Yeah, here we're looking at orbitresearch.com, and this person has. I'm just going to talk about the website. I'm not going to talk directly to the person, but I'll just say that the menu is in the center. Okay, and that's just a no-no just because it's going to attract clicking behavior there. And you actually don't want people to click on your menu. That seems kind of counterintuitive, but you actually want people to click on a button that says contact me or get a free consultation. You want them to take the next step. Sometimes the primary call to action is to buy a product. But most of the time when we're dealing with most small business owners, it's usually to contact the person to take the next step. Sometimes it's a consultation, sometimes it's a demo, sometimes it's just a call me kind of thing. But anyway, so that's the one thing that I would say should be changed about this website. So then it says disruptive innovation, limitless possibilities, but I still don't know what they do and what they offer. So that's what I would say should be the main text, really big text, where they can see what Orbit Research does and what are the specific offerings and maybe what makes them different from the other people who are doing the exact same thing. So 2 sentences, a title and a subtitle. And then as they scroll down, they see, click here to purchase the Orbit Reader 20 Braille display. Okay, so that is the primary call to action. They really want people to buy this product. But here's the big problem, is that it's text. So the call to action right now, it's text. But case studies have shown that people are much more likely to click on a button than on text, or on a button rather than a photo, because you got to make things dummy proof. You know, people don't know sometimes just because a text is underlined, they don't necessarily know that it's clickable. And plus, there's something about a button. Just offer a button to a 4-year-old and see if they'll click on it. That's how much human brains are actually, you know, designed to do that. So make sure you're using buttons, call to action buttons. And there's a whole science to call to action buttons, the size, the color, what's written on them, and we can get into that a little bit later. I'm just going to go to another site here.
Can you go back for 1 second, please?
Yeah, sure.
So one thing about this site also is that I saw something scrolling across the top that said deaf or blind, right? It's not scrolling anymore.
Yes.
But there's no strong visibility of who's the ideal buyer and how do we solve it? What's the problem? Who's the buyer? How do we solve the problem? I mean, I see the best Braille, but if we had a big defining statement, you know, are you having trouble hearing or seeing? We need who is it for?
Yes.
It's taking too much work to understand the buyer.
Right. Yeah, so that's a good example, Shelly, of how we work well together, because you go to the strategy part and the business model, and I go to kind of the best practices of the website design.
Right.
And so if you put those two things together, it's an amazing combination.